Welcome to another episode of Airgun Reviews and Pesting Channel. In this episode, I want to talk about good things that are coming out of the Czech Republic. One being JSB pellets, Valiant optics, and of course, KalibrGuns with their latest bullpup, the Argus 45, which the Argus 45 bullpup is available in 177 and 22. Barrel is a 1 and 17 twist choke CZ barrel. The Argus 60 comes in 25 caliber and is a Lothar Walter barrel. The Argus 60 is just being released. This particular bullpup has a build date 9/1/20. I received it on 11/8 last month from Charlie Fear of Georgia Airguns. He did the tune on this gun. And let's talk about the gun itself. We have an overall length of 25 and a half inches long. Here is the fill probe in the front of the air cylinder. Manometers up front. You pull forward this cover to expose the fill port. It comes with Picatinny rail for the scope mount and Picatinny rail up front to mount your bipod. In the back of the gun, you'll see that there is a slot here so you can mount a single or dual point sling. The wood is made out of beechwood, dark stain, same thing with the cheek rest. The Argus 45 now features a forward cocking lever, which can be switched from either side, which is a nice feature for left and right-handed people. The trigger safety is on both sides. Cylinder is a 280cc air cylinder, which can be filled to 300 bar, which is a nice feature. The wood stock also has nice wood checkering with the KalibrGun logo on both sides. Nice rubber butt pad in the rear. Now, another nice feature about this particular gun is when you cock the gun, this little red rod shows up and indicates that the gun is cocked and ready to fire. Nice added feature to this KalibrGun. Magazine comes with two 14-shot magazines in 2.2. To fill the magazine, you rotate it, you drop a pellet in, put your finger up underneath, like so, to keep the pellet from dropping through, or you can lay it on the table or a flat surface, and you keep rotating until you reach the 14th pellet. Now, you have this lever right here that goes up and down, and what that does is, if you want to turn your magazine into a single shot, then you have to leave this lever down. and it will always, you can always single load a pellet to shoot single shot. But if you're gonna shoot with the magazine, as soon as you see this little slot here and the bar right here, you line that up, push it in, like so. Then you turn around and move this lever up to have multi-shots, just like that. Now, the gun isn't loaded. We're gonna test the trigger, pull weight, first stage. Oop, gotta put safety down. First stage, it's a light, 1 pound, 2 ounces. Again, watch this little red rod back here. Lets you know that the gun is cocked. .9 ounces. One more time. Watch that little rod again in the back. .2 ounces for an average of 15 ounces. I'll take it. Now, in order to adjust your trigger and the hammer spring, and by the way, the reg comes from the factory already set at 130 bar, you have to remove these 2 Allen screws with a 5mm wrench. Remove the stock, like so. Right here is your hammer spring adjuster screw. And to adjust your trigger, the trigger is a linkage, it's linkaged, and it's right underneath this clevis pin. You can't really see it because it's pretty dark. Use a 1.5mm Allen wrench, and that's how you adjust the hammer spring and your trigger adjustment. Gonna reinstall the stock. The gun weight, unscoped, is 8 pounds. Scoped, which is scope dependent, on this particular application was 10 pounds, 5 ounces. Optics that I'm using for this review is the Valiant Zephyr series 4/16x50 IR. Comes with a nice wheel, 30mm tube. I chose from the different reticles that Valiant Optics offers, I chose the mil dot reticle because I like the thin reticle on the scope. It does come with a kill flash. Nice touch on the scope. Now, things about this gun that I like. It checks all the boxes for me, that's for sure, because it's a new bullpup from KalibrGun, and the way they design it, it just works. The gun is very pointable. You can get right on target very quickly, which I do like. It's a different upgrade from KalibrGun crickets that I have. I have 3 of them in all 3 calibers. I like the fact that the lever now is far forward, which I like. While KalibrGun is always innovating. KalibrGun's been around since the early 2000s, I believe, but the first bullpup on the market was around 2005, the cricket bullpup. So I like the fact that, they innovate with a new bullpup, and they did a wonderful job. Things that I don't like about this bullpup. I don't like the fact that you have to remove the stock. To get to the trigger adjustments and the hammer spring. I think KalibrGun should have came up with a little bit better method of getting easy access to those adjustments. I don't like the fact that the magazines, in my opinion, are a little fiddly. If you don't have a flat surface, you got to put a finger in front to prevent the pellet from dropping through or falling through the magazine. But those are minor things, in my opinion, when you consider the overall package of what you're getting. It's a very nice package. Manometer is in the front part, which is what I don't really like because it's on the business end, so that's another thing that I don't like about this particular gun, that I think KalibrGun should have been able to come up with a better fill port instead of putting it way up front like the old traditional crickets are always up front. I think that they should have did something like midway through the air tube type of configuration. But those are just minor things that I found that is not a deal breaker for me. If you're on the fence post about buying one of these, don't hesitate to buy one. I certainly didn't. I'm certainly glad that I have it in my possession. Now, I want to show you, I know it's only 60 yards, and I chose 60 yards for one reason. Field target guys shoot out to 55 yards, so instead of going 55 yards, I just made it even 60 yards, so that's my own personal new standard. Now, this is a 60-yard group, 15.89 grain, just about covers with a dime. Oh yeah, covers with a dime. 60 yards with one flyer in the side. 4 of the 5 went into dime-sized cover. A dime will cover the holes. That's pretty good accuracy. In the wind, also bench rest inside my vehicle, shooting across the passenger side window. The groups could have been a lot tighter, but I'll take it for what it is when I did this target test. Now, I did a crony on the gun, 84 shots, 15.89 grain, extreme spread 14, standard deviation 5, average velocity of the gun was 928 feet per second, 30.15 foot-pounds of energy with a JSB 15.89 grain pellet. Shroud on the barrel is extremely quiet when you shoot a pellet through it. So good job, KalibrGun, coming up with the shroud and the baffling system in the barrel. Now, kudos goes out to Blanca of KalibrGun. I met her in Las Vegas, January 2020. When I saw the Argus on their shelf, had to order one. And I finally got one in my possession. Georgia Airguns took delivery from KalibrGun, and Charlie Freer from Georgia Airguns shipped me the gun. So I'm one of the few people that has this KalibrGun Argus in the US. So I'm able to do this review. I want to give a shout out to David Hanasek from Valiant Optics. I hope I pronounced your name right. For providing the optics to be able to do this KalibrGun review. Thank you, David. You'll see in the video when I shoot this 60-yard target how clear the glass is in the reticle I'm talking about. I know Dave was talking about that they're coming out with some new reticles for their optics. So I'll have a link for KalibrGun, Valiant Optics, Georgia Airguns. I want to give a shout out to Charlie Freer of Georgia Airguns, since he is the North American distributor of KalibrGuns. So if you have a warranty issue, you can send it into Georgia Airguns, since they're the authorized dealer to do the repairs. Charlie does offer a reseal, lifetime reseal for all the KalibrGuns he works on. Shout out to Balisol solvents. That's what I use to clean all my airgun barrels with. Thank you, Balisol, for sending me the solvents. Targets. Thank you, Splatterburst Targets, for providing the targets to do this review. I'll have a link with the Splatterburst targets in my description. So there you have it. KalibrGun's new Argus 45, available now along with the Argus 60. Sharing is caring. Shoot straight. May your pellet hit its target. And we'll see you in the next episode. I plan on going out to 100 yards with this gun, along with doing some slug testing. And I'll do another review as soon as I get those 100-yard shots. For now, see ya. Talk to you soon. 5 shots, 60 yards. KalibrGun Argus 45 and 22 caliber. You see there's some wind going on out there, but I'm going to try my best to get it in the square. I say that's pretty good. 60 yards. 5 shots. 15.89 JSBs.